I'm so excited. You already see this? This is so badass. I still have Shiner Cheer. Ah! No, for reals. What I just got is our RSL 37s. So ready for this. Our lightest wheels on the market. Bontrager RSL 37s. I'll show you more in a bit. I'm going to install these real fast. Been a bit of a change in the wall setup. And then also got workbench dialed in. These are the Pro 3Vs coming off of the Emonda going back onto the checkpoint. But this is what I used to run on it. Using the reserve valve stems. I'm about to replace them, put these back on here. Love these things. Do so much better than all the others. They don't clog up. Enjoyed them so far. So yeah, having the reserves on that means I am running tubeless. Right now I've got the Pirelli P0 TRL SLs and 28. I'm just going to put these back on for a little while on the RSLs, and then I'll maybe go to a 30. Get a little more cush out of the tire. So, got the bead undone, and if I'm right, I've had this sealant in here for 3 or 4 months, and that still looks pretty good. I'm going to see if I can try and swap it over. Looks clean. Alright, got the reserve valve stem out. Best thing to do when you go to install this with your strip, make sure you insert your valve stem first. Line that up, and then you can tuck in the valve strip, or the rim strip all the way around. Make sure you have the valve lined up before seating it, because it's very difficult to get these back out. Now I've got the valve stem in. You can see it already starting to take into the strip. I'm just going to pop this all the way around and get it seated. Now, just start pulling it around. And then the top side you're going to get a little tight, so wiggle it back and forth. Make sure you got it on something soft so you're not damaging the rim as you pull this in. There you go. There we are. So now what I usually do after that, I'm going to take one of my tire levers. I'm going to just push in the strip so that make sure it sits down in there. Go all the way around with it. And you're done with putting in the strip. Now before installing tire, I'm going to press down as hard as I can on my valve stem, and I've got my valve locking nut. I'm going to take it, install it, and tighten this down hand tight the best you can. You don't want to really wrench down on it because you don't want to ruin the rubber support there to really seal up the inside of the tire. But just thumb in, tighten this down as best you can. And that should be it. Alright, now time to install the tires. Tires are directional, so look for where that is pointing. Make sure you line it up on there, and then just start beating it around the tire. I'm going to do the best I can because I've still got sealant in here, because it still looks good. I'm just going to try and reuse this and attach it without making a huge mess. I usually have a hook, which I think I got over here, that I hang the setup up so that it doesn't squish the tire down and lose the fluid when I'm actually transferring over to a new wheel set. But slowly, surely, bead one side. I'm going to make sure that I've got everything lined up. I want my Aeolus down here with my Pirelli, so sometimes you got to rotate it to make it line up. I'm going to try to do that real quick. So I've got those lined up. I'm just going to bead the other side. Hope not to make a mess. Now a trick to doing it, now that I've got both beads on two sides, I can roll the wheel to where the liquid is at the bottom, and now I can kind of bead the other side and hopefully air it up, seal it a little bit better, and I'll top it off with a little more fluid. Ta-da! Now I've just got to get some air in it, and I'll top it off with fluid once I got it beaded. You'll know when it beads in pressure, and you'll hear it ping, ping, pop, and stuff like that, and then you'll know that the bead has sealed around there. Then we watch for, make sure it lined up completely, and reseat it if we need to. But time to pump some air in them. Once you get air in them, you'll need to top off with some fluid, and then we usually kind of roll it around, bounce them a little bit, so you can get that fluid to fill in the seals and make sure everything seated correctly. They look gorgeous. So when I go service my tires, I usually open them up. A lot of people like to just pour in the valve core, your sealant and stuff. I like to open it up so I can see what's going on inside. If it's getting pretty dirty, I want to clean it out. Sometimes this stuff will clump up pretty bad and you'll want to replace. But I always like to open the side of mine, see what's going on inside, and make sure it's got fresh material in it. Got the other tire wheel combo set up. Just clean a cassette, putting the cassette on. And then there's the other little package I got. 52 tooth! You all ready to hear the free hub? It's so sick. It's so much lighter, more responsive. It's really nice. Listen to this. I'm gonna get the microphone right up in there. That's sick. That's so sick. Man, this was nice. Super upgrade on this Emonda SL 6 Pro. Been kind of wanting the RSLs for quite a while, but the new ones came out, so I was kind of torn between the two. So I got the RSl 37s. Flipped the tires over real quick, just using my original P0 SLs on it for now. I'm probably going to go with 30s on the next ones. And just a little more squish, but I'm kind of torn between 28s because they still feel amazing. Still give me great cornering as well. But bike's flipped. You heard the freewheel. I mean, it screams. Sounds really awesome. I can't wait to ride it tomorrow morning. Clean the chain and cassette while I had everything apart. But bike is ready to go. Hope y'all enjoy. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share with peeps, and get out there and ride, guys.